What's up, my fellow fitness freaks, and welcome to another stretching video. Today we are going to work on the straddle, the middle splits, the pancake pose and stuff like that. And if you have yoga blocks, grab those. They're pretty useful to get into the stretches better. 2 are great if you're advanced. If you're a beginner, 1 is totally enough. So let's put those here. 1, we're gonna need it soon. So first of all, we're gonna start in a straddle position here, right? So you're straddling, so your legs are out here. Can be a 90-degree angle or a little bit more, right? Depending on your level of flexibility. You wanna point those feet, and then you wanna come to the front with a straight back. I know this is hard for some people, so maybe you wanna first try to have your hands behind your bum and you're pushing to the front like that, right? I'm gonna show you from the side. You can see that a little bit better, right? So you're here and you don't want to come down like this. This is like not helping you, right? You're actually like getting like the spine and everything is like going further away. You always want to lead with your chest and slightly arch your back here when you come to the front like that, right? Down like that. So you can start with your hands behind you. If you have a lot of trouble coming down here, this is when your beginner yoga block gets into the game. So you're gonna sit on that yoga block or on something else that is a little bit higher. You're gonna do that straddle, and now it should be easier for you to come to the front with a straight back, right? Now you don't have to do like this pushing back. You can come to the front with a straight back, probably more than when you're sitting on the floor, right? And you could sit higher up and it's gonna be easier, right? So if you're a beginner, you're doing this with the block underneath your bum, right? If you're more advanced, you don't need the blocks yet. You need 2 blocks, by the way, then. And yeah, we're sitting in that straddle and our hands in front now, and we move slightly up and down, up and down. Depending on how flexible you are, the lower you get, right? Try to get to your lowest point, maybe onto your forearms, maybe further down, but always think about bringing the chest to the floor first, never the head. Pointing those legs, spreading them actively apart, that is, right? Not just like letting gravity do everything, like straighten those legs, point those feet, and then it's gonna be easier to do the stretch. It's gonna be harder in some way because you're gonna have to like exert strength, but it's going to be easier to improve that flexibility like that. So now let's come up to the middle and then we bend over towards one side. It doesn't have to be super low. It could be higher up, it could be low, whatever works for you. Keep both bum cheeks on the mat. And other side. Ooh, so good. Back to the middle. As far down as you can, and if this is up here or with your hands behind your bum still because you don't have a yoga block to sit on, that's fine too, right? Whatever works is good. Feels so nice. If you can come up with your hands behind your back, perfect. If not, don't worry about it. This is a great strength exercise, right? Hands behind the back. Try to bring the torso to the mat and up again a few times. But yeah, this is just for the advanced and flexible people out there, right? You have to be flexible, you have to have a certain strength level as well. So now, if you're advanced, if you felt like this was all pretty doable, grab those yoga blocks and put them underneath your heels here, right? So. Up, 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 and up there. Point your feet, and we do the same thing we did before. First of all, hands behind your bum, pushing to the front, and if this is easy, then you're in the front here. And if you're a beginner, you can still sit on your yoga block and do the same thing that we just did, right? Take a quick break and then do that again. Boop. Up and down, up and down. Boop. If you can, come onto your forearms And if you can, further down even. Up. I'm going to turn around for a moment so you can see how that's supposed to look from the back. So, to adjust those out and out here. Hui. Not that easy. Get them into the right position. So, out, point your feet. Start again from the top, pushing to the front, pushing, pushing, ta-da. And then further to the front if you can. Maybe up and down onto your forearms. Pointing those feet, actively stretching the legs. And then if you feel like it, maybe you can bring your chest to the mat. If your back is slightly rounded here, that's fine too, but still think about bringing the chest to the mat first, never the hat. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. All right. Legs in. Shake it out. And we're coming to the end of the video. You can get rid of your yoga blocks here. Oops. Yoga block to the side. And now we're going to straddle again without the yoga blocks, and it should be way easier now if you use the yoga blocks. If you didn't, because you're a beginner, it might be still hard. So, point your feet. Come to the front, and yes, this is so much easier than in the beginning. So good. And come up, and now, at last, if you feel like it, if you're not a beginner, oh yeah, stretching a little bit, massaging the back a little bit, pushing one shoulder to the front and then the other one. This is something everyone can do. Now what I meant is try to come a little bit onto your fingers here, onto your hands, not just your fingers, don't break them, to open up that straddle a little bit more. Up, up, right, to get closer to that middle split. Up, and then up, on, and press down. All right, actively pushing down here, using your strength, your weight, everything. But don't hurt yourself, be careful. Push. Bap, 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 yes, and up. Not the perfect middle split, but one day maybe I'll get there. If I keep training, right? I always do that, and then I kind of let it go for a while. So roll up and down here. Whoop, boop, boop. Let go. Bring those legs in. If your inner thighs feel like jelly, they're supposed to roll them from side to side. Bup, up, butt up, butt up. And that's it for today, right? It was enough of stretching, right? I mean, you can always do more, Anyway, thank you for doing that with me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe if you haven't yet, and then I'll be seeing you soon.